But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we're not getting audio on the Facebook feed. Because I have it up on my phone. Wait, I think we might have something now. But yep, we're good. We're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we're not getting audio on the Facebook feed. Hello, everyone. It's always wouldn't be a show without some technical problems. So, yeah, thanks for being patient. I appreciate that. Good morning, everyone. Shannon, Wanda, Robin, Scott, Teddy, Teresa, Tim. Good morning, everyone. Nicole will not be able to join us today, so it'll be just me, which is okay because I think you all had just Nicole last week with the audio issues that we had. So this week you get me. So it is Economic Development Week. We'll talk about economic development. And then, of course, you're welcome to ask me questions along the way, and I will answer those as best I can. If I don't know the answer, of course, I will find out for you all as soon as I can. So it is, I'm looking out my window right now. It's cloudy today. I think we're supposed to get some rain, which is good. We could always use rain. Turn my phone down here. There we go. And it's Tuesday, so it's going to be a great day in Weatherford. So let's talk economic development. Again, if you have questions, let me know. All right, Scott, thank you. Glad everyone has audio. I really don't know what's going on. I think I'm pulling audio from my camera right now. I typically use this microphone. For some reason, it's not wanting to work, so I don't know if it's going out on me or what, but we'll figure it out. All right, let's get started. All right. So as we always discuss each week, when we're not live on social media or on our cable channel, you can always visit weatherfordtx.gov for the latest information. It has information for each department. It has agendas on the website along with archived meetings as well, so you can watch those. You can also watch our meetings live when they're in progress at weatherfordtx.gov. You can look up city ordinances and see all of our ordinance as well. Then we have our tourism website, experienceweatherford.com. Some great things coming this month in regard to experienceweatherford.com, but I will not be the spoiler on that. So hang tight, be patient as we continue to get closer to launching some stuff on that. And then we have our economic development website, chooseweatherford.com. And then we have our downtown website, heritagesquareweatherford.com as well. Hey, Heath. Heath, you said new jewelry store going in where the old Holiday Cleaners was. Not sure on that. We'll have to look. I don't know about that yet, Heath. We'll look into it. All right. Then, of course, we also have our mobile apps, which are very exciting. If you do not want to use a browser, you can download the My Weatherford app. Of course, you can link over to all of those websites that I just mentioned, or you can just use the app. And you can actually, the cool feature about the My Weatherford app that I enjoy the most is the 411 or 311, 411, 311. Anyways, the service request system. So if you see things like a pothole, you can take a picture and submit that through the app, and we get that and we get out as quickly as we can to fix things like potholes. You can download this app on Google Play or the App Store as well, and it's free. That's the good thing. We all like free. And then, of course, we have our tourism app, Experience Weatherford. This is really neat because you could actually do the historic tour of homes digitally off of the mobile app. It's free as well at the App Store and Google Play. You can also look up all of the events that are taking place within the city limits of Weatherford. You can look up our business listing as well. The cool thing is, as a business can add a listing for free. You can add an event for free, so there's no charge, and lots of free services to kind of help spread the word about what's happening in Weatherford. Oh, rumor control. Now, Nicole is not with us. So normally Nicole would, at this point, she would go rumor control, and she would do it. I'm not as good at the rumor control part. So we're a little weak today without Nicole. So if Nicole's watching, we need you back, Nicole, for rumor control. But we do have rumor control in the slides. Let's get back to it. All right. No babes. There's been a lot of chatter out there lately about babes coming to Weatherford. This is simply a rumor, no babes. And I like babes. Babes is fun. Like, it's a tasty place. I wish that they would come to Weatherford, but no babes. I'm making everyone sad out there right now. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just the messenger, but no babes. So now that we've got past our first rumor control, which was really boring because Nicole's not with us to announce that, we're going to talk about and dive headfirst into economic development. So here at the city of Weatherford, economic development is very interesting. I think the common misconception is that we kind of control what comes and what goes. Keep in mind that economic development is it's private in a sense. So we don't really control, if you own a business, it's a free market. It's your decision on where you open up a business or build a new location. We don't really control that. What we do is we assist in the process for interested businesses who are looking at Weatherford and give them data and information on our commerce that we have. And so we kind of work with those businesses, kind of grab their hand and walk with them through the process. And then, of course, they go through planning and development, and work with them to get the proper permitting as well. So what we do know based on our data is that we have a primary trade area and a secondary trade area. Our primary trade area includes around 190,000 people. People within that zone shop typically on average 3 to 5 times per week here in Weatherford. The secondary trade area includes around 360,000 people. They shop 1 to 2 times a week. Or a couple of times per month. And I'll show you some maps of that if you haven't seen those already. This is the primary trade area. And so you can see it includes a large area of North Texas. It goes all the way to the east, right at Loop 820 over there in Fort Worth area. It goes up north, Poolville, Springtown, pulls in Azle. Then if you look to the west, it's kind of that Santo area, and then down south. I know it kind of cuts off on your screen, but it goes down south toward Granbury area. Then you've got the secondary trade area. Now remember, that's around 360,000 people. It's a little bit larger. So it kind of goes a little past Loop 820 there on the right side of your screen towards the east, a little further north. In fact, again, it's cut off, but it goes all the way up to Graham, down south towards Stephenville, and then out west towards Cisco. So a large area there where people participate in commerce here in Weatherford. Oh, we have another rumor control, and I'm going to mispronounce that. This store, La Madeline, I think is how you say it. Uh, I've heard this rumor, and it's simply that, a rumor. We have no paperwork. There are permit requests that have come through for them. So at this point, it's simply a rumor. Uh, and that's all I've got. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. La Madeline. I think that's how you say it. Nicole typically covers this one, but it is a rumor. All right, so let's cut to the chase and go through what's happening right now in Weatherford in regard to economic development. We know Walmart is doing a deli remodel that is complete, and so they have requested or have been issued their CO or their certificate of occupancy. So they are good to go. Now that onto the bigger list of things that are ongoing, the animal shelter. Carl. Looks like La Madeleine's is going to Hudson Oaks, according to Carl. I don't know. That's what Carl says. Looks like they're going to Hudson Oaks, but not in Weatherford. All right. The animal shelter, medical, and classroom building permits are progressing with inspections over there at the animal shelter. And remember, that's kind of a collaboration with Weatherford College as well. So that's very exciting. And then we have Ginza French Japanese cuisine. That's the former Bangkok location. That is in the review process. Hampton Inn and Suites located off Interstate 20. The permit application was approved but not issued. We're waiting on them to move forward. Kristen, they have a long established business in Azle, and they've decided to move here. Tanko Creations. All right, give me more details on that, Kristen. I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. Tanko Creations. All right. HTO. Now, HTO is located on South Main. You've probably seen some dirt work, and it looks like they've started on some plumbing over there as well before they pour the foundation. That's still progressing with inspections, of course. And HTO, my understanding is they started out in the Lubbock area, and they've kind of turned into this chain across the state. And basically, it's kind of like a Starbucks for tea. So you can get different varieties of teas. And I've actually seen pictures of their actual locations. They look really, really neat. When I first heard of them, I'd never heard of them, of course. And then now I've learned more, and it looks like a really fun place to visit when you can try different types of teas. All right. Carl, you said they looked at the pad site in front of JCPenney before deciding on the new development adjacent to HEB. There you go. Interesting. So Carl is like he knows everything about what's going on in Hudson Oaks right there from Carl Atkinson. Thanks, Carl. We appreciate that. Thanks for the heads up. All right. Let's see here. Where was I? Martin Drive Medical Center. Their permit's not approved. Revisions are needed. McDonald's, they have an interior remodel taking place. It looks like the dining room only. That was approved. Next Gen Compounding Pharmacy, 953 Hilltop. They're progressing with inspections. Kristen, you said, sorry, Tanko Creations is the new jewelry store that purchased the holiday cleaners they moved. Oh, perfect. Awesome. There you go. So Kristen works in our economic development. So thank you, Kristen. We appreciate that for clearing that up for us. All right, PCHD Immunization and Outreach. That's Parker County Hospital District Immunization and Outreach Clinic. They're in the review process. Looks like a new building at 1115 Pecan. Specs Liquor Store. Okay, so everyone asked, where is Cleveland Avenue? That is over where the new KFC was built. And Specs is building a location next door to them. Their permit was issued on 2/24. So just a week last week. 2 weeks? Yeah, last week. And then the big one that everyone is talking. In fact, someone texted me yesterday about this business or this restaurant, Texas Roadhouse. They applied for their permit at 201 West Interstate 20. They're currently in the plan review process, and so they are building in the Kohl's parking lot. So there will be a Texas Roadhouse, it looks like. This next one right here, I didn't know this was occurring until I saw that it was closed. Whataburger on South Main. Now that Whataburger location has been in Weatherford for many, 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 many years, and that's located at 1212 South Main. They have final inspections scheduled for March the 2nd, which would have been yesterday. So I'm not sure how that went, and I'm not sure when they plan to reopen, but they have been closed for the remodel. And then, of course, Wingstop expanding into an adjacent space. Their permit was issued on February 17th, and they are progressing along. These next two right here, we always talk about because we get questions almost weekly about the location where Taco Cabana was at and Applebee's. Now, Applebee's had been in Weatherford at their location a lot longer than Taco Cabana. Both closed, but the buildings, keep in mind, are owned by a private entity, and we haven't heard of any new chains or any lease agreements for those buildings, or even if the properties are planning to be sold. But we have no word on anything occurring in those locations. But if we find out, of course, if you watch the show each week, you'll be the first to find out what is taking place if something does. All right. Other projects. So keep in mind, we are entering spring. Kristen, you said that's not the Kohl's parking lot, Blake, unless there's something that I'm not aware of. They're building across the interstate around. I didn't know that. That's news to me, Kristen. Sweet. Okay. My understanding was the Kohl's parking lot. I guess my information was wrong. Okay. So, building across the interstate around Caliber Collision. Okay. Interesting. So, I guess the Kohl's parking lot plan was axed. Maybe you can clarify that for us, Kristen. Thank you. All right, and a reminder, since it's turning into spring, I've seen lots of posts about snakes. In fact, there was a video that I saw, a lot of you could have seen that as well, about some rattlesnakes underneath a dwelling here in Weatherford. Some pretty big snakes, some rattlesnakes. So be safe out there. Kristen, you said you know things. That's good. That's good that you need to continue to educate us, Kristen. But keep in mind, there are ordinances on tall weeds and grass. Just make sure that you maintain your properties or your businesses. And then garage sale signs. We start to see an influx in garage sale signs going up across Weatherford as it enters spring and summer, warmer weather. Keep in mind that you can have one sign per property if they're on electrical poles. And you know, you see these often when you're pulling into town. Those are against city ordinance. So just, I would utilize social media. That's the best thing, since most everyone is on social media these days, to advertise that you're having a garage sale. But keep in mind that code compliance could come around and pick those up. And mainly I say that because it costs a lot of money to buy those signs, and then the energy to put those up, just have them be taken down. So keep that in mind. All right. All right, Heath, according to What's Coming to Weatherford Facebook page, they're coming to the Kohl's parking lot. Okay, Kristen. Okay, so Kristen, just so you all know, What's Coming to Weatherford is not a page that is ran by the city of Weatherford. Keep that in mind. It's a good source of information, I do believe, since it's citizen-driven. Everyone wants to know what's going on. But Kristen works in our economic development. She always watches the show each week, so she's clarifying for us. That was my understanding as well, but it looks like she has the newest, latest, and greatest information since she's communicating with Texas Roadhouse. And it looks like they're building across the interstate on the Al Ford Drive. So no longer the Kohl's parking lot. It looks like they have a new location in mind. It was discussed at one point. So thank you, Kristen, for giving us the latest and greatest on that. I really appreciate that. So Heath, just keep in mind, tune in each week and we'll get you the latest and greatest. All right. Let's see, where were we? All right, we talked about garage sale signs. That may be. Oh, we have another rumor control. Now, this is a sad rumor control right here, because I love saltgrass, but it is a rumor. Great steaks. Obviously, from the picture there, it's a steakhouse. I bet you can get a chicken fried steak, too. I like a good chicken fried steak. But there is no saltgrass coming to Weatherford at this time. If you want a saltgrass, give them a call. Let them know that you are an interested citizen and you want them to come to Weatherford, but no saltgrass. That is a rumor. Unless, Kristen, you're watching in economic development, unless there's new information about saltgrass, let us know. But right now it's a rumor. All right, current non-residential projects. So this would be commercial projects, and you can see from this map there's a lot of activity across the city of Weatherford. And then the next slide is the residential projects, and there's a lot of activity as well. So let's go back. Commercial, residential. From the two images that you see, it's kind of balanced out, like there's activity on both. So we often talk about growth in Weatherford, and I often hear, why are we trying to become this large city? Why are we making improvements? Why do we want to be like Fort Worth or Dallas? The reason being is that's not necessarily the case. Growth is a natural thing. So as you all know, people are moving westward. Weatherford is a lot larger than it used to be. People are moving out this direction. And with that, businesses go where the money goes. So they're following where their consumers are moving to. And that's why Weatherford continues to grow. It will continue to grow. Hudson Oaks is growing. Willow Park is growing. Springtown up north will continue to grow. So it's kind of a natural occurrence, and we don't anticipate that slowing down. There's lots of new studies and reports out there about Texas being, the leader in economic development in the nation, and so the whole state is really feeling this impact of people moving to the area and growth continuing. All right, Billy, please fix the timing on the light at 51 and that service road at McDonald's does not give enough time for those going to 51 from highway. Hey, Billy, I wish we could do that. I really do. The problem is that is a TxDOT roadway, and we have no control over that light system right there. So be sure to reach out to TxDOT. They control those signals there on 51. But yeah, I have sat there too, Billy, and I'm with you on that, buddy. There's times where I'm like, man, I've been here forever. But yeah, reach out to TxDOT if you can. They can help you with that inquiry. I wish I could help you there. All right. So commercial projects, and then we have residential. So a lot of activity taking place. And really, again, it's a great time to be in Weatherford because we have so much going on. And I think that's the last slide that I have for today. It's kind of a quick show. Nicole, again, is obviously out for today. So we don't get to have our normal back and forth banter. So we went through these pretty quickly, and I don't see any more questions. If y'all have some, this is the time right now, and I can answer those for you. We have Kristen, who's watching the show as well in economic development. Let me bring this up here. There we go. Perfect. All right. So again, if we are not live, we try to do we do every Tuesday, and then we'll be live next week again on Tuesday, and we'll have the city council streaming live on this channel and the cable channel 190. So be sure to tune in next week. Texas Roadhouse in front of Candlewood Suites. Kristen, you may be able to answer that question. It looks like the exact road is Alford Drive, Carl. But again, if we're not live on streaming, you could go to weatherfordtx.gov to get information. Of course, we have our chooseweatherford.com website, which is economic development, tourism, experienceweatherford.com, and then the downtown website as well. What's the word on Buc-ee's? No Buc-ee's, Paula. Been lots of rumors about Buc-ee's, but no Buc-ee's. All right. And Kristen said yes to Carl's question. Perfect. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, I don't see any coming in. I'm Blake, and Nicole will be with us next week. And next week, we will talk about city department project updates and what we're working on. And then again, we flip back to economic development. So it was good chatting with you all. It's still cloudy outside. I'm looking out my window. I'm ready for those sunny days and warm weather, but stay safe out there, folks. And we will see you next Tuesday at 11 o'clock where we will be discussing department updates. But thanks for tuning in. I always enjoy chatting with you all. And giving you direct access to the city of Weatherford in a convenient way and connecting with us digitally. So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Take care.